Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm one of the top 10 eBay jean sellers, and I want to share my advice to you on how to sell jeans better than 99% of the eBay sellers out there. Before we get into it, many of you have told me that you have started picking up jeans thanks to my channel, and I just want to say that's awesome. I'm so glad that I have inspired you all. I want to be able to do my due diligence and show you guys how to sell jeans like a pro. Let's get into it. So I'm not going to do these in any particular order. I'm just going to start out with one and work my way through. We're going to start with streamlining your process, because it doesn't matter about anything else. If you're really slow at what you're doing and you're only able to list like 5 jeans a day, you're not going to be able to sell that many. So therefore, if you're not listing as many jeans, you're not selling as many jeans. So I'd say streamline your process so you're able to list many jeans per day. We have shared our setup for the photo station many times, but I just want to give a reason why we do things the way that we do. Kyle is the one that takes the pictures. We put a mat here, that way he's not doing as much shifting and moving around while photographing. We have the inventory ready to go. These are washed, folded, buttoned, zipped. Everything's ready to go and prepped. So all he has to do is just pick one up, put it up on the board, photograph it, bag it, and store it. With this streamline of a process in a triangle motion, he's able to get the jeans photographed in a minute or less. So we're able to produce many listings a day of jeans. If you make your process for photos as simple and accurate as possible, you'll be able to pump out more jeans listings per day versus someone who has to, set up their photo station every single day, or wait for like the perfect elements outside to take photos. It doesn't matter what time of day or what the weather is like, we're able to produce the same quality of photos around the clock all year long. So doing that, you'll be able to outperform a lot of other people who are selling jeans. One thing I've learned through my very short life is I used to struggle from trying to be perfect. I had like high expectations to aim for perfection, and I still have those moments. However, I've come to grips that my 80% effort is better than my 100%, because I'm able to produce more and do more work at 80% than I am at 100%. I'm just popping in to say, as I'm editing this video, I forgot to mention like why I said that. 80% consistently day in, day out is way better than an inconsistent 100%. Back to the video. So I just want to encourage you that if you feel like you have to have perfect photos for eBay listings and it's making it really hard for you to produce these photos and these listings, to just maybe give yourself some grace. Maybe ironing out that one wrinkle isn't actually going to help you sell the jeans any better or faster. All the customer wants is just a realistic expectation of what the jeans are. Obviously have an accurate representation of it, but other than that, if it's at 80% perfection, that's good enough. All you want is a good photo, good quality photo. You do not need to have it be 100% perfect. Your 80% is going to far outperform everyone else who is waiting for their 100%. So moving on, which leads me into my next section, first impressions. So whenever it comes to listing clothing online, I do primarily pre-owned clothing. Unless you are specifically trying to build a store of new with tags, you're going to be selling a large amount of pre-owned clothing. With that being said, 1, stock photos, consider them illegal. You're not supposed to be using them. They are not your photos. They're not your property. Don't even use them. You want to be able to show the customer exactly what they're buying. A lot of times whenever I'm researching comps for some jeans that I might not have an idea of what to price them at yet, and I'm met with a lot of photos, that are doing the seller a disservice for selling those jeans, and I'll pop them up here. So they're like dark, they're blurry, they got the jeans at a weird angle, or they just can't fully see the jeans. They have to click on the listing to see what the jeans look like. So that's doing the seller a lot of disservice. What you want is you want to have photos like these, and they're going to be well lit, full front photos so you can see exactly what the jeans look like before you even have to click on the listing to see more. You know, they are straight on, they're not at a weird angle, they're not distorted. My whole goal whenever it comes to making listings is to actually not get a click unless it's a qualified click. I do not want hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clicks on my listing, because that means I'm getting a lot of bounces as well. And that means somebody's clicking on the listing and then shortly after bouncing off to go look at something else. And that's just showing eBay, hey, look, something's wrong with this listing. People aren't liking it. Nobody's buying it once they click on it. I feel like it throttles the listing, the success of selling that item. My whole goal is to not get a click until the buyer is actually semi-interested in purchasing it. Every buyer on eBay has specific checkboxes that they're trying to mark, and giving them a really good first photo, the more checkboxes you can check before they even click on your listing, the higher rate of selling you'll get from that buyer. Okay, I'm just gonna set you there because my arm was getting tired from holding the phone, and I'm sure it was like shaky and whatever, so hopefully I'm not making you guys sick. So we have so far talked about streamlining your process. And then the second one was first impressions. Before you can even do first impressions, you have to actually show up in the search results. So we're gonna talk about that. But first, if you are really enjoying this video and it's been really helpful, give the video a like. That'll help somebody else like you find this video to hopefully help them. Let's talk about search results. eBay has come out in publications talking about the title that they're looking for in different categories. A little bit of SEO background. The algorithm will best match what the person is searching for with the result. So the closer that your title matches what the common eBay buyer types in the search bar, the better. And eBay has come out with studies. You know, they've been around for a really long time, and they are mega huge, multi-million, trillion, billion, whatever business, and they know a thing or two about what the buyers are searching and how they're searching. So just trust with how they say, this is how you should title your titles. So for clothing, and specifically for jeans, whenever I title my stuff, I always title it with the brand first, and then I put jeans as the second one. So if somebody doesn't care, no care in the world about the style of jeans, they just want a pair of Miss Me jeans, they would type in Miss Me jeans. Whoever has Miss Me jeans as the first part of their title will rank higher than somebody who has like Miss Me bootcut jeans, because bootcut's in the middle. So you want to start out with a broad enough search, and then you kind of start narrowing it in towards the end of the, like as the title goes on, you're narrowing it in to be a little bit more specific each time. So you have the brand, what the item is, and then Miss Me only does women's jeans, but this is more so helpful whenever it comes to like Levi's or True Religion jeans, where it's both men and women's jeans. So, but for Miss Me jeans, you have Miss Me jeans, women's, and then the size. So whenever a buyer just types in Miss Me jeans, women's 32, everybody who has those 4 words at the beginning of their title will rank automatically higher than everybody else who has it broken and scattered all throughout their title. So we have brand, what it is, the gender, the size, and then they say the color is what needs to come next. So I have Miss Me jeans, women's 32 blue, and then you go into the style of what the jeans are, any like keyword, like sometimes jeans will have certain names for the styles. So I like to type in the style name and then any descriptive keywords like, you know, is it like grungy or is it preppy? Especially with Miss Me pockets, they've got like specific names for their pockets. So I like to include that specific pocket name as a keyword, because some people may be looking for studded cross pockets for their Miss Me jeans. So I'm gonna pop up way higher than people who don't even have studded cross pockets in their title. So explaining all of that for jeans, the, I guess, golden title structure would be the brand, jeans, then the women's or men's gender, their sizing, the color, and then all the keywords that explain what those jeans are follow suit at the end. If you're sprinkling all these major keywords that need to be at the beginning, then you're not going to be ranking as high as the people who are front loading those more important keywords that the buyer is searching for. I hope that made sense for you guys. So that's showing up in search results. So, you know, you're showing up in the search results, you're having a great first impression, the buyer's really liking what you have to offer. This part is controversial, especially for new sellers. It's returns. I have owned multiple businesses, so I kind of understand how to best service the customer. Every single business that I have started and operated has always been customer satisfaction based. That doesn't mean the customer's always right, because we have policies, because you don't want to get screwed over. However, it is a more customer focused service. I personally think I'm 100% offer free 60-day returns. 100%. I have not had anybody return something on day 59. And if they did, it's not the end of the world. I offered it. When it comes to jeans, the reason why I want to include returns in this video is jeans need to fit the buyer in more ways than a t-shirt would. Even if you provide all of the measurements, which you should provide all measurements and like add the photos of the measurements in the listing. Even if you add all that and you make all the notes that you possibly can, sometimes the buyer just does not read it, okay? But you've covered your butt. You've done everything that you possibly can multiple times. It's their responsibility to know what their measurements are, but at the end of the day, sometimes they just don't read it. When a buyer sees that you offer returns, you are immediately a green flag. At least for me, whenever I shop on eBay, if I see something that says no returns, it's an automatic red flag to me. I'm like, oh, are they trying to like pawn this item off that's like defective and they just don't want any like takesy backsies or anything? Like I feel like I'm gonna be buying like a bad product. However, if I see that they offer returns, it gives me instant relief that, hey, sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes they know their measurements and it looks like it'll fit them, and then they try it on and it just doesn't look right or it doesn't feel right. Offering the return gives them that peace of mind that they can do business with you and that you are honest and you mean well, and sometimes it just doesn't work out, and they'll do more business with you way more than somebody who says, no, you can't return that item. Even if you offer no returns, the buyer can still return the item. They'll just lie about the reason instead of being more honest. One thing I want to encourage new sellers who are nervous about accepting returns, I understand that. However, something to consider, if you offer returns, you get that item back and sell it again. It's not the end of the world. I sell thousands and thousands and thousands of jeans every single year. My return rate, it fluctuates, it comes in waves. I've been as low as 4% and all the way up to 6%. And if you think about it, out of 100 jeans, 5% of people open return requests. That's one pair of jean out of 20 pairs sold. I'm pretty sure that's what the math works out to be. Out of that, only about half of them actually return the jeans. The other half open the return and never actually return it. We've all been there, done that. That really means like 2 to 3% of people actually return the item back. So it's not that much. That's 2 to 3 jeans out of the 100 I sell that actually come back to me. It is like water under the bridge at that point. It does not matter. No need to get emotional over it. It is just a part of doing business. The pros of offering returns and selling way more jeans far outweigh the couple of jeans you're going to get back. Now, granted, this is where having good, accurate photos and accurate measurements and being honest with any flaws or anything like that in the listing to decrease and minimize the return will come in handy. If you're offering returns and you're getting a huge influx of returns, you gotta figure out what's going on. It's not the buyers, it's something in your listing is making people think something differently than what they're getting. So it's just a learning opportunity for you to improve. Most people on eBay do not offer returns. So if you just offer even a buyer pays return option, you're going to outperform and sell more and offer more than other sellers, most sellers on the platform. If you follow these, you will sell more than the average person selling jeans on eBay. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to sell jeans quickly and not have to hold on to them for a really, really long time. Again, if you found this video really helpful, make sure you hit that like button. That way somebody else can also find it and hopefully help them sell jeans better. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.